According to research, about 90% of millionaires have an average of 3 income sources or more. That's how most of them attain financial independence. So unlike other people, they are not over dependent on only one income source. Instead of putting all their eggs into one basket, like relying on only a single salary, they adhere to the principle of diversification. If they were to lose one source of income, I don't really think it will cause an issue for them, since they still have multiple sources of income to create cash flow from them. I've always wanted to be a millionaire, and I think creating multiple cash flow is one sure step to bring me closer to achieving that goal. What are the sources of income that can create cash flow for you? If you want to know the answer to this question, make sure to watch to the very end. Let's get into it. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Before we start, let me know, how many sources of income do you currently have? Comment it down below. Let's have a conversation. Like I said before, relying on only one single source of income isn't really that great. Let's say you're a 30-year-old banker. Your only source of income, your salary. Due to some circumstances, you have to leave your bank effective immediately. How long do you think you can survive until you get another job? And this is what's happening all around us. I bet everyone knows one person who lost his or her job during the pandemic, and how hard it was for most people to survive during this economic decline. So like most millionaires, having multiple sources of income is going to give you a relative advantage, especially in your financial life. This is a source of income which is commonly known as salary, your daily salary, or a monthly income from a job. It doesn't really matter if you're employed or self-employed. End income is basically the same. It is income which is gained from services provided on an hourly rate, alongside commissions, bonuses, and more. One downside to end income is that it's typically subjected to taxes. That is, you are probably going to pay taxes when it comes to end income. But still, at the early stages, it's probably going to be end income, which is going to help you build other sources of income. Examples of jobs that take end income are our everyday jobs like policemen, teachers, doctors, lawyers, nurses. Okay, so the second form of income is the interest income. It's very likely that everyone has some amount in savings at the bank. If you keep that money for a long period, the bank rewards you by giving out interest. So simply put, interest income is a stream of income when you receive interest on your bank account savings, or you receive interest from a loan you gave out to someone. So essentially, this is one of the lowest form of income stream you can ever create, because as of now, banks' interest rate has reduced significantly. If you want to check out your bank interest rate, just go onto their website. It's available for you to see. Also, I've made a video talking about everything you need to know before opening up a bank account. So I'll leave the link in the description if you're interested. But in all, if the interest rate your bank is giving out is less than the country's current inflation rate, then the general rule of thumb is that it will be better if you put your money elsewhere. I always prefer putting my money into investments than into savings. But the only exception to that is if you are putting in the money as an emergency fund. To me, if they are putting in the money as an emergency fund, then you can put it into savings. Or if you need the money for a short-term purchase or a short-term need, then you can put it into savings. But apart from that, I would always prefer creating other multiple streams of income than interest income. Okay, so the third income stream is the business income. It's like any income. Business income is a stream of income you make or receive from setting up a business. It can also be in the form of a side hustle. Between the cost and the revenue from your business determines how much income or profit or how much loss you make from the business. A general rule is for you to make sure that your revenue is more than the cost of manufacturing or the cost involved in the everyday running of the business. So this form of income is subjected to taxes. So when you start up a business or you create a business stream of income, you are expected to pay some form of taxes, especially if it's a registered business under the law. That if you really want to create a business stream of income, you reinvest all your profits back into the business so that you can increase your chances of growing the business even more, and subsequently also increasing the chances of making more profit. That means more money for you. Next income stream is to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. It's completely free, and as a thank you, here's a funny TikTok video.
Excuse me.
Does this conversation involve this?
No.
Do you have a check for me?
No.
Do you have opportunity for me?
No.
Can I profit off this conversation any kind of way?
No.
Then I don't want to talk. Keep it pushing.
Okay, so the fourth income stream is capital gains income. So this is an income stream which is gained or acquired through the sale of assets like stocks, businesses, arts, loans, and as of now, equities, exotic cars, NFTs, and much more. We all know assets are anything that grows in value. So let's use stocks as an example. If you buy an MTN share at 1 cedi and it grows in value to 5 Ghana cedis, you will make capital gains income if you were to sell that MTN share at its current price, which is 5 cedis. Your capital gains income will now be 4 cedis. That's the difference between when you bought it at 1 cedi and when you sold it at 5 cedis. And that's what is called the growth in value or growth in equity. I've touched lightly about this in previous videos, but I'll make sure to make an in-depth video about capital gains in future videos, so make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out. The greatest reason why I absolutely love capital gains income right now is that as of now in Ghana, there's no capital gains tax. So all the income you make from capital gains is absolutely tax free. Maybe you pay a little commission to the brokerage, but that's it. There's no capital gains. So I absolutely love it, and I'll make sure to take advantage of it until there's a capital gains tax.
The game plan is you go in there, hit them with some good shit, don't get hit, and come home with a pocket full of cash.
The fifth type of income stream is the dividend income. So this is a form of income you make when companies that you are invested in pay you an amount of money from the profit they've made, which is called dividends. It's usually paid quarterly or annually depending on the company. So from the capital gains example, if you own an MTN share, apart from its stock appreciation, MTN can decide to pay you some amount of money from its profit just because you own an MTN share or an MTN stock. This is also tax free. You don't get taxed to be paid dividends, and it's one of the easiest way for you to make passive income because you can use that money to reinvest back into the stock and make more money. The sixth form of income stream is the rental form of income. This income which is acquired when you rent out your property to another person. So the income or rent you take or collect from that person is what's known as your rental income, and you can add it to your budget as an additional income. Talk about rental income. A lot of people think it's only about buildings, but that's far from the truth. As long as it's your property, you can rent out anything: your car, shoe, furniture, accessories, equipment, literally anything you can think of, as long as you own it and someone is in need of it. For example, I myself, I'm looking to rent out a camera for my videography projects, and so the landlord or the person who rents out the camera to me, the money I pay him as rent is what the person takes up as his or her rental income. If anyone is willing to rent out his or her camera to me at a cheap price, comment down below or send me a DM at aokhagan. I'll leave the link in the description. But this is a very great way to create an additional monthly income flow. I recommend everyone who is trying to create multiple income streams to try and incorporate this form of income into their life. So the last income stream is royalties or the licensing income. If you're a creative person, for example, you produce music, film content, photography, or a franchise business, you can license this business for public uses. This just means that you can make royalties as an extra source of income if anyone uses these contents of yours. In the case of the musician, if you license your music, if someone uses that music, that person needs to pay you a form of royalty, so that will serve as an extra source of income for you. One thing I would say is that royalties on its own doesn't really make anything significant. It only becomes significant when it's used by a mass number of people, or it is produced on a mass number of scale. Because if you're a musician and only one person uses your music, it's not really going to make you an attractive or a usable stream of income. But when a lot of people use your music, then that's when royalties becomes a beneficial or a significant income stream for you to use. I won't really advise this last part, but you can do it. If you are into licensing or into royalties, you can also sue people. If someone uses your content without paying, you can sue the person, and that is a way for you to make a lot of money when it comes to royalties. so you can keep it at the back of your mind, but please don't go with it. The second income streams that millionaires are likely to create. I'm not saying you need to create multiple streams of income for you to become a millionaire, but like I said at the beginning of the video, it gives you a relative advantage, especially in your financial life. Having more than one income stream or multiple streams of income helps reduce your reliance on only one income stream. So if one income stream dries up, your income streams are spread out so much that it wouldn't really create an impact in your financial life. It also helps you to stop living paycheck to paycheck, because having an additional source of income means your budget increases. So living paycheck to paycheck isn't really an option when you have multiple streams of income coming in. I advise that when you're starting out, you improve your self-demand. This just makes sure that your earned income increases over time, and with that you can make savings from your earned income, which you use to branch out and create multiple streams of income, like building a real estate to rent out as a rental income, and creating interest income, capital gains, that's investing into stocks, and in that same way you can also get dividend income. You can then use your earned income to also create content that will make royalty for you, or start a business or side hustle which can also make business income for you. Let me know which of these is your favorite stream of income, and how many streams of income are you planning on creating. Comment it down below. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and share the video to everyone you think will be interested. If you also want to reach out, you can send me a DM at aokhagan. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. Until we meet again, peace.
I'm on the way to become some say I didn't talk too much. I know they fear anybody with it.